to another installment of Spare Change, and I'm hitting up all of Albino Buffalo's Series 11 artists to get to know them a little bit better, find out a little bit more about their creative artistic process, and have a discussion with them. So for those of you that don't know, Albino Buffalo is a sticker art vending machine. It's a project that's been going on now for over 5-ish years, I guess, and we have machines in Fargo and Grand Forks and Bismarck, and hopefully a couple more locations coming soon, but I'm working on those as we speak. Today, I'll be chatting with Sarah. Now, is it Glazer or Cabler?
It's Cabler. Yeah.
Cabler. Okay.
It probably shows up with my old last name, but yep.
Awesome. Okay, so Cabler. Gotta remember this. To talk to her about why she has such an infatuation with Jeeps and among other things. So, hi, Sarah. Welcome to Spare Change.
Hi. Again, thanks for including me. It's kind of a huge compliment to be included on one of your sticker series. I always thought it was pretty cool. So
yeah, no, I remember like early on, like seeing your stuff all over the place. And I was like, oh man, she'd be like,
oh really?
This is awesome. Oh yeah. But we'll get into that in a little bit here. Do you want to just kind of tell people a little bit about who you are and just kind of share a little bit about yourself, what you do, and that kind of thing?
Sure. So my background career is in design. I started out doing print design because that kind of was the thing when I went to college, and then you know, things evolved. So eventually I did get into the like web design stuff. So that's what I do now. I design websites. And so what kind of made me start this whole Jeep thing? Well, first of all, even when I was a young kid, I was just obsessed with them. Our neighbors had this old little two-door Jeep, and they'd always come cruising down our country road. And I always would say, Dad, look, that's so cool. What is that? You know? And I'm like, yeah, one day I'm going to have a Jeep. So it's like always my goal, which is kind of maybe a weird goal to some people. No. So I finally, have my own.
You haven't actually achieved the goal yet.
No, I have my own. I bought one in 2015.
Okay. Awesome. Yeah. And do you love it?
I do. I don't know if I could own anything else. I don't know. They're so, like, I guess in my eyes, simple, and they're kind of like a vehicle and a toy together. Yeah. Because in the summer you can, take the doors off, take the top off. I mean, and just have fun with it. Yeah. Yeah. That's awesome. And I just started drawing for some odd reason. I don't even know why, but I think it's because at the time I was working for a big corporation, and the design part of it was very, you had to follow a lot of guidelines. And so I was trying to like push out of the box, and it was so hard. And I'm like, I need to take this creativity and like do something with it. So I just seriously just started scribbling, and some of my friends saw it, and they're like, oh, that's so cool. You should draw me a picture of, because they had a Jeep too, and like, you should draw this and that and whatever. For me, I was like, sure. And then another friend went and won, and then I just started so then I did start like an Instagram account for it, and I just posted the images, no intent of selling anything. And then I got so many people asking me, could you make this on a sticker? Because like I was first just selling them as printed artwork, framed artwork. Yeah. And everybody just wanted stickers, which really surprised me. Because I mean, now that you actually sit down and think about it, stickers are actually kind of, I don't know, you can put them anywhere you want to. It's artwork you can stick anywhere. So I think people like the dynamic behind that, and not just having a print to put in a frame and then where do you put it? Which some cases I do like that, but then like stickers, I started a whole, like the topper of my Jeep, that the Freedom top part where you can take off. I started just plastering stickers on it, and it actually, I mean, it's just cool. It gives, some custom or, little bit of a, I guess you could say, personality to your vehicle. But yeah, everybody was asking for stickers, and I'm like, sure. And so I made my first sticker, and I sold it, and like sold out in like a few days. And I'm like, well, I'll make some more. And then every time I would come up with a design or a drawing, everybody's like, can you make this a sticker? So I would try to accommodate my customers. So I was like, yeah, I'll open a shop or whatever and start selling these because people want them.
Yeah.
Just, really just for them. And it really wasn't, I mean, it wasn't a point to make money or anything. It was just, I'll just provide because they want it.
That's
So
awesome.
yeah, I just started there. I guess it's a long story, but
Yeah. No, it's great. I mean, I don't know. I don't think I know a single designer that works with like brand standards all the time, and then needs something kind of on the side to just get
I
their.
think it's so common. I don't know. It's hard. Like I've had jobs where be super creative and just like go crazy. And I'm like, oh yes. But then, I stepped away from that. And then I was in a big corporation where they're like, you can only use this one font and you can only use these 3 colors. And I was like, oh my gosh, it was so tough. But yeah, I was
Yeah.
like, I need to do something where I can release this creativity somehow.
Totally.
So
Well, I'm glad you
yeah.
found your kind of calling with this, because it seems to be a very successful and people are into it, and
I
it's awesome.
yeah, it kind of surprised me actually.
Yeah. So are you selling exclusively stickers now, or do you still sell like the prints and that side of things?
I don't have any prints anymore. I do think that I want to actually sell a few of them, and just have them be original, actually sketch drawings using the ink and pen, the paper.
Mhm.
And that's how I first started doing the ink and the paper, which now I do a little bit more digital because it is easy to transfer those, for a printed product
Yeah.
on a digital. So I use like an iPad for that. But for the most part, it's stickers. Yeah, just
Cool.
people love them.
How do you organize your stickers? That's something that I've always tried to like solve a little bit. Do you have like a
Oh
stack
gosh.
of them, like in a closet
Well,
somewhere? Or
I won't show you, but
you don't have
I
to.
see it
That's
right now. I started organizing them and then I had so many different designs that I ran out of drawers. I have these 2 little components with little drawers and then I label them. And then it kind of carried out onto like the table because I didn't have any more room. But yes, you can kind of, organize them, but it's hard.
yeah, totally. Um, so where are you from originally? Are you from the area or?
Yep, I'm originally from North Dakota. I grew up in south of Glen Allen in the Lake Chita area.
Okay.
Every time I say that, people usually know somebody from that area. But that's where I grew up. And then I lived in Bismarck for quite a while. And now I live here in Fargo. So
Okay.
yeah.
Awesome. Very cool. What other kinds of like artwork or creative work do you like to do? Do you um, venture outside of the Jeep project a little bit, or do you pretty
Yep.
much stick within that realm?
Yeah, I do. I like to actually make a lot of, hands-on physical type um, artwork. I just always thought that was cool just because so much of my design that I do for my job is just on a computer and it's not something that you could feel or touch. So I feel that that's really important in the world of art. Um, so I do like, just on my own time, I do like some acrylic canvas drawings or even like colored pencil. And then I have done some ceramic work, which I love. It's just finding time to go do that, but that's another thing that I really enjoy doing.
Yeah, that's awesome. And I can't remember right off the top of my head, do you typically post any of that work at all, or is that kind of more like private work
Like
that
the ceramics,
yeah, some of the other stuff that you do?
I don't. I stick with the whole Jeep theme. And I don't
Kind
know
of
if
like niche
maybe people
down.
want to see that maybe behind the scenes of the other stuff that I do. I guess, yeah, maybe it'll interest them too. But yeah, usually I just kind of typically have that Jeep theme.
Yeah, well, it's definitely work. um, so let's see. Inspiration. What inspires you in your work? Where do you obviously Jeeps, but what else? Where do you get your
Yeah.
ideas? Is it do you take like recommendations from people, or is it do you have like a list of things that you?
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes I do. I have a lot of people reach out and say, "Hey, you should do this or try this," or I would really love, if you can make me one of these. But I have a board and I write them down, and I kind of just make sure to have those on hand in case I need some more inspiration. So I love it when people, have ideas for me. Also, like when I'm going on trips or anything like that, like for the Jeep states that I do, or anything that has to do with like different parts, um, and trails or whatever, I kind of take that in part two as some of my inspiration. And then usually it seems like when you're like trying to fall asleep or something, you'll just think of something like, oh, that would be a cool idea. So you just kind of write it down. And yeah, I don't know. Artists' minds are like all
For
over
the
the place, I
inspiration
feel.
to strike kind of thing.
Yeah, it's just like my imagination has always been kind of just ever since I was a kid, just always thinking of different stuff. So I don't have a hard time, I guess, thinking about different stuff to do.
That's awesome. Very cool. Is there any inspiration that you find kind of like in the art world, or in, I guess, even in just design or anything like that? Any designers you follow, or artists that you really like, things like that?
Yeah, there's so many artists that I follow. Some of the main ones, well, one of the first ones was, I'm sure everybody knows who he is, Sam Larson. He does just great things, and he always is changing it up too. He uses different mediums on everything, which is fun. And then David Rowland out of Minnesota, he
Yeah.
he kind of, I think he kind of triggered my Jeep idea a little bit, because he kind of does similar basic little drawings of the outdoors and stuff. And so he was kind of a large part of my inspiration just to start. And another one that has really been taken off, and he's actually from the UK. It's Ollie with OS Illustration. And I would say, is like a combination between Sam Larson and David Rowland. And you should really just go check out his Instagram. He does such good work. So he's
Yeah.
another inspiration as well. And those three main ones are, I think, kind of a nice start if anybody wants to follow any artists. I think
Yeah.
they're really cool.
Do you find Instagram to be a really good place to kind of follow along
I,
with other artists?
yeah, I think it's one of the better ones. And then Pinterest, if people still want to go onto Pinterest, I use that a lot to save different inspiration,
Oh yeah.
like a little board to look at. So
Nice. Awesome.
yeah.
Very cool. Oh, my favorite question every time now, quarantine.
Oh,
How has it been for you?
um, honestly, it has not been too bad besides, winter.
Yep.
When you just feel like I'm already stuck inside. But I already was working remote from my job, and so we just continued it. And so it really wasn't too bad for
Yeah.
me. Yeah, I mean, I'm really fortunate. My husband was fortunate, like nothing really, I mean, we kept everything pretty much the same. So
Yeah, that's awesome.
yeah.
Um, yeah, I remember the first winter being like, "Oh, this isn't too bad," but that was because it was like a terrible winter, and it was like, "Oh,
Yeah, this winter, oh my gosh, I want that like every year.
yeah,
It
this
wasn't bad at all. It was
yeah,
great.
oh,
Oh, yeah,
yeah."
last winter. Ugh.
um, what else? The future. What are you thinking in the future for little Jeep adventures?
Um, I do want to keep creating more different new things. Maybe I'm kind of on this color kick. Maybe I'll switch that up. I do have a couple um apparel designs. I do want to add some more of those. So yeah, we'll see what happens, but
Yeah,
that's kind of been a new fun addition, is doing the shirts and stuff. So
yeah, definitely. Now, does Jeep like know that you do this stuff? Are they like, are you on their radar at all? Because I feel like
well,
you would
I
into this
a
stuff.
little, yeah, I actually did a collaboration with the Jeep dealership down in LA.
Oh, cool.
Was that last year? So I did some custom design work, stickers actually for them. And that was actually really fun. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is what I wanted to do. So it was
Awesome.
perfect. Yeah. Yeah.
That's really cool. Uh,
Yeah.
yeah, where can we encounter your work? Where can we see more of your work? And I know there's Instagram, which is at Little Jeep Adventures. Is that right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So yeah, that would be maybe the main place to find me, because then there I have all my other links for my other items. I have some stuff on Society 6, kind of just on I guess a few different things like coffee mugs or even wallpaper, pillows, but just
Yeah.
different items. And then of course it's got the apparel link there too. But yeah, basically Etsy, Society 6,
Yeah.
and my apparel. So
Do you have like a preference of one of those? I know there's a lot of artists like sites like that sell stuff. If
there's so many.
and, like it's
These actually I've been pretty happy with. They're very easy and pretty simple to work with. So
awesome.
yeah.
Cool. And you're still going to be taking orders into the future, right? You're still going to be doing this for a
I
while.
plan
So
to.
out there is wanting some Jeep apparel stuff, or even just stickers and more stickers. You got that covered.
Yeah, and I do plan to add more of like a decal, because a lot of people like to put my stickers on their Jeep, but they're not really, I guess you can still put them on your Jeep, but they're not in my eyes, they weren't designed to put like on the outside of the Jeep. So I want to make something that's more of a decal,
Yeah.
for the windows and stuff. So
Yeah. Do you usually get like photos from people who are like, "Hey, look, here it is on my Jeep."
yeah, I do. I love seeing that. It's fun.
Getting some fan photos. That's cool. So I guess kind of my last real question that I try to ask everybody is, I have a graphic design business that I run called Serial. My question is just, what is your favorite cereal?
Well, I
If
love
there is one,
What's that?
there might not be one, so you might not like cereal.
No, I love cereal. Sometimes I have it for dinner. Growing up as a kid, I loved peanut butter Captain Crunch.
Oh yes, so
It
good.
was so good, but I couldn't eat like original because, bloody mouth.
Destroys your
It was hurt.
for sure.
But now as an adult, I still love the peanut butter Captain Crunch, but now I'm like more boring. I like granolas and stuff. I don't know. Like there's so many good ones out there.
Cereal just lasts your whole lifetime. Stuff to pick and choose from. Plus now I think I eat peanut butter Captain Crunch like as a snack now, like for
I know. Yeah.
put it in a bowl and just kind of keep it on. Awesome. Yeah, is there anything else that you want to share with our audience or talk about or anything like that?
Gosh, I don't know. I don't think so.
Yeah.
I kind of touched on everything like I wanted to. So
Yeah, no, I really appreciate you coming on and talking a little bit about your work and what goes into it and all that fun stuff. It's really great to actually get to meet you. I know I've been following you for a long time, but I haven't actually met you in person, I don't think. So
right. Yeah, it's
just to meet via Zoom and be able to hopefully we'll be able to actually like be in a place at some point and see each other.
I agree.
Yeah, thank you for sharing your work. Thank you for being a part of Series 11 too.
Yeah, thank you. Such an honor.
Oh, I love it.
And I love the beer can that just came out. So cool.
That really
did they surprise you with that?
No, they kind of like they shared it with me, and yeah, they were like, "Hey, can we just like advertise this series basically?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sure, that's great."
Wow. That's cool.
Yeah, it was really fun. I'm hoping they can continue to do that every series, like with a new series.
That would be cool.
Again. So yeah, we'll see where that goes, but
awesome.
They're not really fun. Yeah, cool. So yeah, check out more of Sarah's work on Instagram, Little Jeep Adventures. Definitely follow and send requests even. She'll take requests for stickers potentially. I'm going to be doing that one day as soon as I think.
I'm going to have like 100 requests.
Thank you everybody for tuning in, supporting local art and the artists that make it. My name is Jeff Knight with Albino Buffalo. Be sure to visit our Facebook, Instagram, website, albino-buffalo.com. And this has been another episode of Spare Change. Thanks. Bye.